It's been 2 weeks, and let me explain. It was 2 weeks ago from that bar you see right here where I landed wrong. I landed on my heel instead of the balls of my feet. So I landed here and I broke something. And for 2 weeks I was limping like this. Every day like this, I was limping to and from, morning, afternoon, night. I was using ice packs. I was lying down, resting. I couldn't work out at all. I was in excruciating pain. I thought I just broke my entire foot altogether. So it's been 2 weeks, and now I can safely say that I can walk around on my foot. I feel like 5 to 7% pain right here, but it's tolerable, is what I'm saying. So this is like 2 weeks since I've entered the gym and worked out. So I'm kind of anxious to get back into it. Because if you've been away, it's like you haven't had a meal for 2 weeks. You know what it's like to dig in. So that's where I've been for the last 2 weeks, if you're wondering. And why I haven't made any new videos or content. I've just been sleeping, eating, resting, ice packs, a lot of ibuprofen, muscle painkillers, whatever you call it. If you're gonna do what I do, then you're going to need muscle painkillers, okay? So my go-to has always been ibuprofen, okay? So you get it at the drugstore. I get like maximum strength, and I pop tons of those pills all day long. So 3 to 6 a day. And a lot of Epsom salt baths, okay? Epsom salt is good for relaxing the muscles, aching muscles after you've been fighting, doing a fight session, sparring session, okay? Fighters do it all the time. Athletes do it, okay? So that's my tip for today. Take ibuprofen and Epsom salt baths to sleep, eat, and do nothing. Because, okay, there's a point where you could train while injured, okay? So, yeah, if you can't use your leg, then use your arms, right? That logic. But I've done it before, working around injuries. This kind of injury is pretty bad. It's like 9 out of 10. If I have an injury like a 2 or 3 out of 10, it's manageable, okay? I've had injuries from all the way from 1 to 10, okay? So, again, it's up to your pain tolerance, okay? I know when to cut it off and say, okay, I need to rest. I can't do anything for the next week or so. And that's what it was like for me, okay? So this is part of the journey. It sucks. When you get injured, whether you're an athlete, you're a martial artist, that's life. You feel like you're taking 1 step forward, and then life gives you 2 steps back or 3 steps back, okay? So, another thing I want to say is never take a workout for granted. I'll get into that a little bit later on. Let's see how my core is doing. It's been a while since I've done this. Okay. When you have 6-pack abs, you notice that when you activate them, it's like they burst like popcorn. Okay? This is only a sensation when you have abs, 6-pack abs, right? They're like little nuggets. Like when you bake them in the oven, they overflow out of the saucepan, okay? And the question is, should you go all the way down? Well, you could, but you notice that when you go down, you're gonna activate your hip flexors. So your hip flexors are gonna do this part, and then your abs are gonna bring the rest up. So 2 for 1, sure, why not? But is it necessary? No. If I just wanna target the abs, the core, I go here, okay? Hip flexors, yeah, okay, fine, whatever. But you just, if you don't need to do it, you don't have to. Okay? There's a dumbbell. So. That's good. I have this real, in the back of my mind, real fear of breaking my foot again. So it's kind of like, how can I say, like if you break your leg in MMA, like for example, Conor McGregor recently, he broke his leg in a fight. And then his leg is stitched up, it's healed, right? But again, there's that fear that it can break again. It's that phantom pain. So I'm just preparing my legs, especially in particular the calves. The calves do most of the shock absorbent. Okay, the deceleration part when you land. So I'm just pumping them up, getting used to that force. Okay, so this is my second session trying this out, and it's basically grabbing the dumbbell and then putting the other hand like here, just try to balance. Okay, so let me try first. Okay, so first of all, I noticed that your arm's gonna dig into that dumbbell here. Okay, so here's how you do it. So straight bar, you're like this, right? Two arms, your head's over here. So when you do it on a dumbbell, a single dumbbell, your hands here and hands are here. You have to lean that way. Okay, so you gotta look this over here. That's the trick. So imagine you're doing this with your dip bars, right? Imagine that you're looking that way over here, okay? Wherever the arm is, okay? So I just figured it out. That's the trick, okay? And the rest is, again, relaxing in the balance. I see this thing here. Might as well show you what you can do. Okay, so this thing looks wobbly, right? Okay, so you don't wobble it. Actually, this is good for stretching out your wrists. Might as well. The other side. Oh yeah. Pushing down. Side to side. Now, the thing I want to show you about this thing is, it's not really hard. It's balance on it. I don't know how to describe it, but when you get into your handstand, it's not that hard. It looks hard on the outside. It's like being in an earthquake, but the only thing that moves are your hands, okay? The rest of your body barely moves. That's the sensation, okay? So I know it looks intimidating to try to do a balancing act on this thing, but it's not. It's just getting used to the shakes with your hands. So basically, to sum up what I'm trying to say is, if this was my handstand, this is what it would be for me, what I'm seeing, okay? That's it, just my wrists are moving up and down, but the rest of my body is balanced, okay? So, see, this earthquake for the hands. See, landing on this foot is nerve-wracking because, again, it's not 100% healed. So, this is what you need to do if you want to start learning to do what I do. Okay? Straight leg, bent leg, raise your legs up, like this, okay? Lots and lots of leg raises, okay? You need to work out these muscles here. Hip flexors, okay? Yeah, you can do your abs too. One leg at a time. But never neglect these muscles here, right? Because without them, if you don't have control of these, there's no way you can control a hand going onto a handstand, whether you do a press, or jump into it, whatever. You don't want anything left up for chance, okay? So strengthen these muscles. Stretch. Stretch, stretch, stretch. A lot of stretching. Okay? Why do I do these knees up? Again, it's to stretch these muscles. Okay, so we're going to do some reverse extensions. But you can see there's a dip bar behind me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it to my advantage and press against it. So, you're a killer for your lower back and your glutes and a little bit of your hamstrings. When you do this, this platform robs you of your oxygen the longer you do this. It's like, this is your belly, and this is the platform robbing of you of your oxygen. The further you do it, the more reps you do. So, it's exhausting, is what I'm saying. Let's try this. Just here's that running out of oxygen. Okay. Got it. So this ceiling is filthy. If you can see what I see is just a lot of dust everywhere. It's like a carpet of dust. Okay, so usually I'm pretty cautious when there's somebody swinging from this and then like that, but there's nobody swinging on it right now because if it were, it would be shaking. So I'm just gonna get a stretch and I'm just getting used to looking down. There's a lot of things they don't teach about this. If you're gonna go from a great height, you need to get used to your sense of vertigo or your fear of heights. So I just look down. Look down, just get used to desensitizing your eyes from the height. All right? Just look down and breathe. Don't have a panic attack. It's good to stretch because when you stretch, you relieve that tension because your whole body's going to be tense when you're up this high. All right? Just move around, get oriented, make this your home. All right? And just land. Yeah. So, okay, I'm just trying to throw this guy. Trying to get double spin. Okay. So single spin, right? Single spin. Right? You can catch the single spin. It's very easy to see it. But the double spin, which I'm just trying to attempt right now for the first time. Got it. The air up here is great, by the way. Oh look, there's a box. Okay, so put some 3-pound dumbbells. Just gonna move the arms. These flabby arms that haven't been active for 2 weeks. Pain, rust everywhere, rust. This is not set, okay? It's all improvised, okay? I'm just trying to get everything loose. De-rusted. Some uppercuts. Again, if you're gonna shadow box in public, who cares what other people think? Right? I know it's douchey when you see a boxer shadow boxing in a crowded gym. Some of them do it, well, most of them do it for ego. Okay, for me, I'm not ego, okay? As you can see my arms. I have no killer intention, right? I'm just throwing my arms and just get the blood flowing. Oh no. Just get the blood flowing. So, it's a good thing there's a box here because it's a point of reference, right? It's a good idea someone taped that up the floor. I used to have agility ladders. I would lay it on the ground and you do this, right? So basically you don't need the agility ladder. You don't need to buy it. It's like 20 bucks, but you don't need it, okay? You just need to know the concept of space. Are your legs spaced out equally, okay? This is not equal. No. This is, right? Equal, 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 equal. That's all you need to know when it comes to agility ladders. Your feet shouldn't be all over the place. It should be like a set pattern, right? You don't need to be fast, but you should push yourself. that blood coagulates in your legs, what should you do? I don't know, for me, I walk around. Let that blood dissipate, okay? And then try again. So I don't know why people just sit there and just let that blood coagulate. Okay? Walk around. Yes, it's painful. What's worse is just sitting there. Use this. See? I can do this for days. Like, just give me a whole gym to myself and I can do this again and again. Yuck. Shoes. Do I have to wipe people's bags? Shoe marks every time? Yuck. See? Shoe marks. They're dirty shoes. Control the bag. Don't let the bag push you around. The bag is your dance partner. You are the man. Lead. Like, we're not going this way. We're going this way. We're not going to do this, we're going to do this. Yeah, so again, you set the pace, you set the tone, not the bag. It's just like a guitar or a drum set. You're the musician, you're the artist. The bag is the instrument. Okay? Play some music, be Mozart. Okay? Don't listen to whatever amateurs or pros tell you to do with the bag, just play. Oh my god, sloppy. That's not a lead hook. Oh, you didn't cover the space. Oh, stop worrying about what other people say. Okay? Again, 99% of the crap, the outtakes, the sloppy, they don't show you that stuff. It's all on the editing floor. Edit it out. They only show you that 1% clean footage that sells the fight, that sells their status or image. For example, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, they're in a whole lot of trouble Did you see that coming? Did you see? Ryan Reynolds lives like he used to live in Vancouver, Killarney. I know Killarney. Oh yeah. See, she doesn't care. I like that. Ryan Reynolds used to live in Killarney. He grew up in Killarney, okay, here in Vancouver. Killarney was like 20 minutes from where I lived when I was a kid growing up. Who would have thought Ryan Reynolds pulled all that nasty shit on Justin Baldoni? You read the news. Was he a hypocrite? Is he a fake? Did he bully someone? Yes, hell yeah, the evidence is there. Did he marry the wrong person? Probably. Leo was right. Leo DiCaprio was dated Blake Lively before Ryan married her. And what did Leo do? He didn't marry her. Good on Leo. Okay, so, okay, earlier someone was kicking the bag with their shoes. And you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. I can see shoe marks all over. That's nasty. Here's my rule. Don't kick a heavy bag with rubber shoes, because rubber, if you streak against leather, it tears, okay? And it wears out the bag, okay? So be respectful to your gym bags and kick with your feet, socks, taekwondo shoes, anything that doesn't have rubber at the bottom. Because when you teep a bag like this is what happens, right? You rip into the bag. If you side kick, you rip into the bag. But if you roundhouse kick, you're not gonna rip into the bag, okay? Not bad. Okay, back extension. Light. Taps. Now, let's work on your grip. This is a 10-pound plate. I'm doing is just flipping it like a pancake and catching it. Just keep going until your grip wears off, wears out. This is your cardio for your fingers. Just hold it like a pizza plate. Okay. Not bad. Didn't break anything yet. I'm just doing this over and over so I can get used to the shock. Hands keep falling off. See, my pants keep falling off. Okay, so I'm just gonna do some light weight training. Okay, now the thing about the calisthenics community is I don't like their toxic take on everything has to be perfection. This is not gymnastics. You guys aren't judges. This is real life. Real life is not pretty, it's not perfect, it's not 10 out of 10. So if I do, oh, we didn't do full range, oh, that's bad, ooh. You're so used to edited video. They edit all that weak, bad stuff, and they just show you the clean stuff, okay? I don't always do a clean dip like 10 out of 10. So don't worry about being perfect. Just focus on doing the work, okay? So, like, I'll give you an example. To get to 10 clean push-ups, you need to do at least like 100 dirty ones, okay? It's just like, it's a volume game, okay? You start with this big, and you filter it, and you crystallize it into a little diamond, right? The pressure. So if you want one clean dip, you need to do like thousands of dirty ones, okay? To do a clean handstand, you need to do thousands of dirty handstands. So don't worry about being perfect. okay? The thing that I don't like seeing is when someone who's trying to learn from me and they ask me to teach them, they think that their way is better. Okay, that's the thing I cannot stand. Okay, so for example, I see a lot of gymnasts or girls, they do the gymnastics handstand, right? They do it like a cartwheel and then they lift their legs up. That's fine. That's okay. That's one way to do it. Is it the way I do it? No. So when I teach my way of doing a handstand, it's not a cartwheel. It's you start from the ground and you slowly rise up. Okay, that's more stable. You have more control. When you do a cartwheel, the problem with doing a cartwheel is you're letting your momentum do all the work and you're just throwing it up in the air. Okay, so if I had a giant flagpole and I just swung it into the air and hope that it sticks, is that really safe for the people around you? No. Or if I had a crane that slowly raised that flagpole up inch by inch, delicately until it was upright and then secured, fastened to the ground, don't you think that would be more cost effective, more efficient? So that's what I'm saying. There's different ways to do things. So don't believe my way if you don't have to, if you don't want to. But I believe the way I do handstands is better than the way gymnasts do their handstands. Okay? That's just my opinion, personal opinion. So here's another thing. Every time I see it's usually a chick in the gym, a commercial gym, that tries to do a gymnast handstand. They do a cartwheel and then they flop over. They do a cartwheel into a handstand and they flop over. And they do it every time. I mean, they're just wasting time, in my opinion. Right? It's just like, again, the analogy of that flagpole, throwing it up into the air, hoping that it sticks. It's not gonna stick. Maybe if you've been doing it thousands and thousands of times, but when people start doing the handstands for the first time, I see this pattern. They do the gymnast handstand, cartwheel, flop over. They do like one, maximum 2 attempts during the session, and then they go home or they quit. Then they come back, they do like 1 or 2, again, quit. It's gonna take you years and years to learn it if you're progressing like that. Whereas if you just built a solid foundation, you started from the ground up, you plant your feet into the ground, raise your hands and your legs up slowly, gently, right? Don't you think this is more secure, more stable versus swinging it up? That's my take.